Hi, Sensei.
Hello.
I'm Mamta, and I'm a student empowerment coach. And I have a question for you.
Sure.
What skills should we teach our children so that they become future leaders?
Thank you, Mamta. Mamta, now when you say children, we always like our children to speak, to come forward, to be outstanding. This is something that we teach. There's nothing wrong in it. There are two things that I would definitely highlight and emphasize on. Number one is clarity. Now, clarity is clarity of where they want to go, where they want to reach, what they want to become, what they want to do, what they want to have. So clarity in all areas. Clarity about family, clarity about their parents, clarity about their life, clarity about the situation, clarity about the surrounding, clarity about the school. Clarity is the key word. What's the key word?
Clarity.
Absolutely. Now, that doesn't mean what age group. Clarity also involves anyone who is a younger age, middle age, even people and adults like us. Most of the cases, what happens, people get lost in their life because they don't have clarity. Why do people commit suicide? They don't have clarity. Why do people go into depression? They don't have clarity. Clarity is like having a fog on a clear day. It might be a sunny day. Everyone can see everything, but in front of you, there is this thick fog and you're not able to see anything. Just imagine that. You might be having the education, the qualification, the experience. You might be having a very good family, but you do not have clarity of where you want to take your life. So the very first thing that I would highly emphasize on is clarity. And this is exactly what I did with my kids as well. I didn't tell them what they want to become. I asked them. So what's the key word? Not telling, but asking. Now, this is a practice which happens, especially in the Asian family, that you command, you dictate as a parent. And when we as parents, we start dictating this, what's going to happen? They agree to you sometimes, and they would take your path rather than following their own dreams and desires and passion. Do you agree to that, Mamta?
Very much sense.
Okay, so give them the open platform. Now, to give open platform, there must be clarity and there must be transparency between you and your kids, you and your students. If you're a teacher, then you and your students. There should be clarity where you can have transparency, where you can ask questions, where they open up and say, ma'am, this is what I want to become. Or mom, this is what I want to become. And then after that, you can advise. You don't go and advise in beginning. You ask them and then you correct them. Am I right? You cannot correct anyone before they take an action. Am I right? So the action is they coming to you and telling mom, this is what I want to become, or this is what I want to do. Got it? Number one.
Yes.
Number two, as kids, because your question was about kids and children. Now,
yes.
if you have got money, the 100% of the money we spend on the education of our kids. For their degree, for the post-graduation, sometimes we may not be having money. We'll keep or pledge our land or property asset, and we'll make sure that they go for higher studies, even if it's in a foreign country. Now, why do you send them there? We send our kids to foreign land because they can come up with something called a degree or a certification. Do you agree to that?
Yes.
Okay, now the question is, will that certificate help you to get a job? It is an entry ticket, am I right? It's an entry ticket to get into a job. That's it. But we need to understand that a person gets into a job, it's only 15% of your certificate that's going to help. 85%, it is not your education or qualification. 85%, the reason why you get a job is your attitude. So now, whose responsibility is that? Is it the responsibility of the teacher, or is it the responsibility of you as a parent? Tell me.
It's everybody's responsibility.
Exactly correct, because it depends upon the friendship circle of the kids. It also depends upon the schooling. It depends upon what is he watching, what is he or she is reading, what magazine, what newspaper, what column in the newspaper, what TV series, what is he watching or she is watching on YouTube. Where is he taking or she taking his time? Is he spending or investing the time? How are you? Are you got a family which is a strong family? Or are you in a family where there's a fight and that's what the kid sees? That all impacts something called the brain. Do you agree to that?
Yes.
It damages the brain, and the same thing, if it's a very good scenario, then automatically what's going to happen, that becomes the boost for the child. It will give the energy to the child. Everything is going into something which is called the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is something that is working from even before the child comes to this world. Subconscious mind is working when the baby was in the mother's womb. You got me? So once the child comes out, it is the scenario that you created at your home. So what should you teach your kids? Number one is clarity. What is that they want to become? Become. What is the key word here?
Become.
Become. Now, why do I use the word become? It's not what you want to have. It is not what you want to do. It is what you want to become, because I'll tell you why. Because sometimes you are an XYZ person. After you get into something, after you have something, or after you do something, sometimes you become a different person. And then you say, oh my goodness, he was so good earlier. See, now he's completely changed. Have you come across those people?
Yes.
So it's not about what you do, what you have. Even after being the biggest person, the richest person, you become a human being. You're with me?
Yeah.
So the ultimate goal of a human being is to become a human being. What do you think about it? So teach your kids how to become a human being and respect other human beings, because each and every human being is connected. We are spiritual beings. So you have to connect with each other. There, no religion, no culture, nothing should be a barrier between two people, two individuals. No, not at all. That's what you have to teach kids. You have to put that in the head of the kids, that everyone should be respected, irrespective of what is there in their pocket. It's not the size of their pocket or how heavy their pocket is. Clarity, number one, where they want to go, what they want to do, what they want to have, but most important is what they want to be. That's the key that you have to teach them, coach them, help them, support them. If you do that, I'll tell you, your kids will reach where they want to reach. And you will be proud of them, and they'll be proud of you. They would proudly say that it's just because of my mom that I am here today. Would you like to hear that from your kids? Then do that. Bring clarity in their life and support them to reach where they want to reach.